Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ebony Championship Wrestling, the podcast where the squared circle comes alive and we deep dive everything WWE from a diverse perspective. This is the go-home show before the Crown Jewel PLE, So, of course, we're going to give all of our predictions and deep dive everything. I am the Jackie Miles, and the rest of this starting lineup includes Griff, a.k.a. Griff Nation, Monte, a.k.a. Coach Monte, and of course, in the background, doing all things wise, our wise man, B. Dix. Gentlemen, welcome. It's been a week. Coach, man, let's get started with you as I'm looking to see if the Rangers have pulled it off just yet. I see some celebrations, but I can't tell if they've done it yet.
Good week. Like I said, it's a few of my sports teams that can make me happy. So obviously gotta, getting ready to obviously participate probably in the parade down here. We I think maybe a few outs away from a World Series championship. So looking forward to celebrating with the fellow DF Dub down here. But other than that, man, just obviously getting ready. The boys got a big one this week against the Eagles. So, saying the prayers already. So hopefully the football guys be on our side. But other than that, it's been a good week. Family's good, business good. Obviously celebrating. Had a first, baby girl Halloween and, getting the chance. We didn't dress her up, but at least getting a chance to see what trick-or-treating is about, getting her out and about. But, yeah, other than that, it's a good day,
man. The costume. Just give me the candy.
Just give me the candy, right? But it's good, man. Good to see y'all fellas obviously getting ready for Crown Jewel. So excited for this decent card, man. So ready to roll into it. But, yeah, good to see y'all, boys.
Griff, what's going on, my boy?
Hey, all is well, man. Everything's good this end. Fascinating week. I'm excited for this week of wrestling. Crown Jewel, one of my favorite times of the year. We get a PLE in Saturday afternoon. Fortunately, it's going to be tied in with college football. All is well here, man. We just got some deranged cold weather, of course. I mean, nothing to complain about. You live in Michigan, you're in the East Coast. You are expected to come at any moment in time. Fortunately for us, we got the snow. Other than that, man, the Lions doing good, 6-2, going into the bye week on top of the division, which is excellent. Great Monday night kickoff. And also my Warriors will be in town next week too. They're doing pretty well. Draymond just came back to the lineup, so looking forward to that. And more importantly, man, our Wolverines, man, 8-0 coming off the bye week this week, man. So we're going to see how they're going to finish the rest of the season up strong, man. But other than that, man, good to be with y'all, man. Halloween's over. We here in November. And shout out to my brothers here, man, especially Jackie, a.k.a. the Tigger, with the bounce.
Great.
Had to let them know, bro. Had to let them know. Still got that bounce out here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Did you get a ski mask yet? Are y'all still rocking the ski mask? Like,
Detroit's still rocking the ski mask. I'm looking to try to get one when I go down there next week for the Warriors game. So, yeah, that is still on the bucket list to still get one of those, too.
Yeah.
Y'all got them ski masks taken off of y'all. We ain't heard about them ski masks since.
Right, they did.
Got y'all ask me the next week. We ain't heard about them ski masks Bro. We ain't heard about them ski masks since. But yeah. Griff, what's the jacket? What's the jacket, my boy? What you rocking?
Man, we just got off October, which is Breast Cancer Awareness. But today, this is a tradition that Chalkline does. The first of every year in November. It's called Chalkline November, where you represent a Chalkline apparel throughout 30 days of November. Today, I'm starting off with the exclusive limited edition Bianca Belair, who's got a match this Sunday. WWE Women's match this Sunday. So in support of her, got her jacket on. Want to throw a little pink on, throw a little flavor. And this show will represent not only our girl, but let all the ladies know too that, hey, I got y'all support too, man. We all in this together, man. So I'm really supporting women and going all out for our girl Bianca today. Shout out to Chalkline for this good gear and plenty more.
Oh, you and Chalkline got that relationship, bro. I need that
relationship.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Chalkline got that relationship.
Yes, sir.
But you mentioned Bianca, man. We're headed into Crown Jewel, and this is always an exciting one because they always tend to bring back a bunch of people. This is the fiasco with Shawn Michaels, Kane, Undertaker, and Triple H. That happened during this time. So exciting time, man. What'd you guys think of the wrestling week? Coach, start us off.
It's did what it was supposed to do. When you talk about going home shows and from the SmackDown setting the table, and then obviously Raw. But Halloween Havoc was pretty interesting. um, but overall, the wrestling week has been, like I said, it's been picking up. They understand that the ratings are there. You're competing with other shows. On your Mondays and Tuesday nights, obviously. But so they got to keep it tight. They got to keep us intrigued, entertainment. Doing what they're supposed to do. But I felt it was a solid week going into this PLE. And for the first time in a long time, I think it's, they got somebody invested. I think the way they're doing, if you guys know, it's a promo packages, preparing us for the Seth and Drew, and obviously preparing us for the 5-way. So I think it's been well done. Usually, because you guys remember in past, these go home shows fall flat, and so in this case, they're doing a job well done. So
Not this one. This one's gonna go great. This go home show is gonna go great.
But phenomenal. Yeah, hey, like I said, do what it's supposed to do. Great week. So yeah, what you think? What you think, Griff?
Hey, I'm going back to Friday night because if you're really a Roman fan and you're a fan of Pyro like I am, I would say that was a great story to do. But at the same time, as a fan, you'll be pretty upset you didn't get that Pyro when LA Knight came and interrupted Roman. I have to admit that was very classic, to do that. And then there's the
so
one.
You were upset. So you were upset.
No.
Yeah,
That was a very savage moment. I was just being sarcastic, joking. Just saying, if you were there respecting that, and you had the cameras ready for that moment, and then you hear that, and it's like, really though, bro. But watching it on TV, watching that facial expression, watching Heyman's expression, and how he just stormed by, didn't even acknowledge him. Then again, shout out to the commentators telling that story again. Hey, he did not acknowledge the tribal chief.
Yeah, they have clearly created the storyline off of Roman's irritation.
Yes, yes. I think
Roman is irritated. Listen, who are you? It's like Roman, the way Roman was looking at him, but it's brilliant though. It's genius.
Yes.
It's letting LA. This is the way LA Knight's getting his rub. So Roman irritated as hell. So I saw your face, Jackie. I like it.
The best part of his irritation is probably the best part of SmackDown right now, which is Jimmy Uso, because Jimmy is very entertaining right now in some of the stuff that he's doing, and
the drunk man's still at it. Using football terminology, and
my boy is having a great time. Always having a great time right now. He said, "I'm on injured reserve. I can't do nothing." What'd you say? I'm on injured reserve. I can do something.
Listen, when he said that, I immediately thought about texting y'all. Like, yep, we're going to talk about this on the show. Like, that's a line that's a line that cannot slip.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to talk about that.
That was
line.
good.
Classic. He said, yeah. I'm doing
reserve. I can't do nothing.
Roman was like, what? He was sitting in the back. Like,
he said, yeah, I'm on injured reserve, Oos.
Yeah, hey, bro.
But one thing real quick too. I'm sending this message to WWE Shop because we are long overdue. We got Jey Uso. Yeah, and I didn't use main event. We got Jey Uso gear, but when we going to get Jimmy gear? When we going to get some Jimmy gear now?
Your mama called him
main
Clay.
Event off.
I ain't called him Clay.
Take the main event off. I don't want to hear that no more.
Listen, man. Yeah.
I agree though. Jimmy does need some gear. I agree.
Yes.
I would buy the shirt. Speaking of the shirt, and I know we were on SmackDown, but out the mud shirt, Brian. I know you said something about it earlier, but I got to get one. Gotta get one. That out the mud shirt looks really, really good to me. I gotta get one of those.
That's good.
Yes, gotta get one. But back to Friday night. LA Knight is like feeding the pot now. Right? Like before I was like, are we really pushing him just because like the crowd is asking for him to be pushed? But now like some of the things that the company is doing for him is making it interesting and making me like, all right, now I want to watch. Now I want to see what happens between him and Roman, right?
As I said last week, to your point, I slighted him. I didn't give him any respect. But as I did my research, okay, let me do a little
You
more LA
doubling
Knight.
down. I love this.
As I do my LA Knight homework, I do respect him in those, especially the work that he did in TNA and other promotions. But yeah, he's always been a genius on the mic. So yeah, he deserves his spot. He deserves his moment. He deserves, he gonna take the L, but everybody that come out taking the L from Roman
Yes.
comes out looking, comes out stronger. So
Agree,
yeah,
Brian.
yeah.
Agree.
What you think, Griff?
Hey, Roman gonna open up this can. That's all I really want. You got to irritate that soul to bring out this new can. Hey, remember we talked about episodes before. When Roman returned, we got to see this new heel run, this new heel turn, and I think we're going to really get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure how the match is going to end. I do have like a couple of my own speculations, but. Yeah, I'm really liking this because you're getting under his skin. I don't think we never seen anybody
Roman
get under his skin just the way he is, to the point where he literally snapped and just flipped the table. And then you came out and was like, no, I'm sitting at the head of the table today, buddy. Like, you sitting over there like, whoa, bro, like, you savage for that one. And I get credit due, man. When you can step up to the main boss and like that, man, like how Stone Cold did with Vince, step up to him. And when he took that head seat and said, no, you sitting over there, Doc, like, let's get to it. I'm like, okay, bro, I see where you're going with this one. I got to give you a little respect. But for those that was in that arena in Milwaukee, you ruined their pyro moment. I'm just going to let you know that, buddy.
That's
you were so hurt, Griff. It's okay. It's all right, bro. Bring it in, bro.
The pyro
Bring it in.
man.
It's okay, bro.
The pyro man.
I got plenty of videos of the pyro entrance, so I'm good.
I felt it was a no. It was a good show. Our buddies, our boys, they taking the this is funny to me. They change our Prophet boys. They changed the music. So we going.
Yeah.
Wait.
It's like.
So we going all in. Wait. Okay, let me set the stage for this joke, Jackie. So we going all in on this heel run. It still seems flat to me.
Just not quite. It's like that curl. It's just not
never
quite curling the way. Yeah. It's like, all right, yes, the new music is necessary. The new music is needed. And
yeah.
I mean, I listened to it a little bit. I sent it to Brian or to Griff just to see his opinion. I just want them to do something. That's like, I'm
like
sorry. I'm not hating. I'm not hating. Just want you to do something. That's all. Griff, what were your thoughts on the music?
I love the music. I think when I hit back, I said, man, you know what? I never thought about it. That might have been that one missing element. But like you said, just waiting for that to turn the corner. Like we got everything. You got the look, you got the attire, you changed the gear, you changed the swag, you changed the look. Like you got the music. Like
do you think they started out with the wrong dance partner? Like with LWO, you think they should have got with somebody else, feuded with somebody else to kind of get them that edge? I think they're out of their comfort zone. Honestly, after studying them, they've been trying to do the last couple of months now, right? We've been talking about this 2 months now, right?
Yeah.
And I think they're not comfortable yet. It seems forced a little bit. I don't know.
It's like it's the party boys that got angry. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, great point, Brian. It seems half-assed, right? Like it's the party boys that everybody wanted to like have a good time with and like enjoy, but we've never seen like a vicious side from them, right? And so I think because they were so far on this side of the spectrum of like the party, like they have to be so far vicious for us to believe that they've turned, right? It can't just be like we've attacked this group and now like we want y'all to like fear us. Like that's what being a heel is. Like we fear this person because like they're so vicious. Who knows what they're going to do? Or we fear this group. Like who knew what the Bloodline was going to do when they were at like their highest point, when they were doing their thing. Like week to week, we kept saying like we're just tuning in just to see what happens next, right? And so when it comes to the Street Profits, their heel turn has to go all the way over to the other side of the spectrum. And like we're landing in the middle where it's like we still want to have a good time with these dudes, but they're supposed to be heels. So I don't know if it's even the dance partner as much as it is
right.
like we need them to do a little bit, like we said, like we need them
Absolutely.
to do more, you know.
Yeah.
And that's not me hating. That's just like I just want them to give me the full thing, you know.
Right. No, I agree.
Good point. But yeah, but you're right, you're right, Wise man. Booking and comfort level, all that's into play, and it's so far so good. They stumbling out the blocks. But yeah, on a positive note, you know, like I said, Bianca's back. You know, we got a solid promo out of her. You know, just
I
doing
must
what
have
she's
been
supposed to do.
asleep. I missed it. I still haven't seen it. I
It was
must have been
very
asleep.
good because, well, it's setting up, and I know Griff can piggyback on this. It's she said, obviously, you know, she came to that breaking point. Like, you know, obviously the last 2 months I've been thinking about nothing but vengeance. So it's kind of one of her more passionate promos that we've seen from her in a while. You know,
Are we
to make
headed
it
in
look
the heel direction? Are we headed in the heel
it
direction?
could be. Like I said, I hope so. So what you think? Yeah,
Okay.
what you think, Griff? Yep, I hope so.
Okay.
No, it could, and I think it was. I mean, I think it's really due. I know she was off, and of course, EO cashed in on her at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And I don't think they really had that one-on-one because you know it went from Oscar to EO, then Oscar, Charlotte, then EO, then also Charlotte to EO. But Bianca never got her fair chance because she did win the belt and then got cashed in. But I do see a heel run. Now, I'm not gonna jump the gun and say it's gonna happen this Saturday. It's gonna be right away. Who
Yep.
knows? But one thing I will say is it's been a lot of teases of a lot of things if we all been really paying attention. There's so many different teases, you know, and it's to a point where like what Triple H is doing right now is throwing different marketing teases and trying to get everybody sidetracked because he understands the internet's going to throw rumors, certain things going to get leaked out. So I got to throw a curveball, be like throw it and get everybody distracted and looking this way. But as far as Bianca's concerned, I think that this Saturday, you know, not trying to rush it, but this Saturday could be that point, you know, depending on how the match goes. I really got her picking. I mean, I really got her picked to really win this match if it goes one-on-one. But for some reason, you know, there's always something in the back pocket. And then that could also cause her to snap and lose her mind, you know, and to say, hey, I'm tired of it. I'm fed up. Every time I get this opportunity, here come this person, here come that person. And she could go and snap. So the emotion is there, man. And it is a tease. It could be a possible heel run coming in the near future. Like I said, hopefully not trying to rush it. You know, I want it to be done right. You know, I don't want to say, hey, you
Right.
need to go heel Saturday, but we never know. But yeah, it's definitely coming. And I
Yeah.
definitely think it's definitely well deserved for it to come.
Yes. Got you. Wise
There you
man,
go.
that's pretty. No, what I'm looking at with Wise man just put it here in the chat, but gentlemen, that's to our Charlotte conversation. That he didn't started something here. Like they should. Ain't nobody being force fed.
Well,
We've been
you
force
know,
fed Charlotte. So yeah,
yeah, and I think I sent something. I ain't sent everything. It was too much. I sent something in the chat, I think yesterday, referring to Bianca, and like some of the people made comments saying like her professionalism, her look, her factors, her skill. Like, why are people being mad at her carrying that belt? You know what I'm saying? Then they were kind of saying it. Someone made a good point about Io. They said Io is great, but she's not really getting booked and getting the run she's deserved because every time you look up, Bailey's interfering, Dakota's interfering, or somebody, it's a triple threat and she ended up slipping in, which, you know, you're supposed to as a heel. But then when you really think about it, and what they were saying on Bianca's end, they're like, well, why get mad at her? Like, she's doing everything right and doing things legitly, but we're mad because she held the title. She really represented and carried that whole women's division for a year and a half till she dropped it to Asuka.
yeah,
Nah, this is where I got to disagree, gents.
Go for it.
I only disagree not because I dislike Bianca. Like I think Bianca should hold the title. Let me say that. But I also think like people complaining about Bianca's run. One, who else was going to carry the title during the time that Bianca's had it over the last couple years, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it's not Becky or Charlotte, right? Then we look back to like Charlotte's
right.
runs, like who was going to carry the title if it wasn't Charlotte? You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like we are being force fed in a sense, but what are the alternatives? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I do like the fact that Raw is starting to present more women, right? We're getting the 5 women on that side. But SmackDown, we're not getting the same. Like, we're getting Damage Control, we're getting Bianca, we're getting Charlotte, right? Like, outside of that, there's no real consistent women that are being presented, right? So,
You tired of Bailey dancing in all your videos, interrupting all your matches. Come on over to death. No, piggybacking on what you said, and I'm glad you said it. You said it, Jackie. I was getting. I can't. It's hard for me to give EO credit. Just great talent. One of the greatest women wrestlers in the world. Never. This is no diss to her, but I have a hard time with her with Bailey right now. That's the only obstacle. But yeah, I think yes, SmackDown definitely needs a shot in the arm with more women talent. Hopefully, these the NXT ladies can do something about that. You know, maybe Jade maybe can come through. You know, who knows? Because they're still obviously we still they're still making us wait for that, which is fine. Patiently waiting, no rush, as we say. But yeah, something's got to flip with the women's division like ASAP.
Well, and B, you sent me something today about me and him. That's another one that's on the SmackDown roster along with Zelina. And I think that Zelina tweeted something recently too, but I guess somebody asked her when you gonna get back in the title run and things like that. She's like, coming soon. She left it like that, and people really I'm vouched for Zelina all day long. I've been saying this for weeks. She's very underrated and low key, and I felt when she went on that Queen of the Ring run a couple years ago, I think Crown Jewel 2 years ago this time too. She kept it longer than Woods, I would say that, till they paired her up with Carmella to come tag, and I'm like, this girl was on the road, you know what I'm saying? But you got Miriam and Zelina that are forced almost to be like backstage Natalia's from Total Divas and stuff, man, doing cosplays and doing Instagram stuff, and that's great for your product and brand. But like, I'm just kind of curious. Like, you got 2 underrated talent over there that can be in that championship in the women division. But again, going to Jackie point too, when you got people like the Charlottes and you got Biancas, and, you got the Beckys, and now we're seeing Raw taking that step up. Now you're giving other women opportunities to go along with Rhea to get in that spotlight, which we'll allude to that Crown Jewel conversation with that match a little bit in a moment. But definitely, I think SmackDown need to do a little bit more work and switch the story up. Just like we get in the Judgment Day and Cody and Jay all the time, every month, every week. We getting the same thing with Bayley, Charlotte, Bianca, and everybody else. But like, you got these other women, and I don't know who else is on the women's side besides those 2.
Like, who's on the women? Like, who's on the SmackDown roster over there? Right? Like, I can't. And tough, I have a terrible memory, so don't ask. Like, but like, who's on that side other than those 5 women?
Right, you ain't missing much. That's why you can't remember, because it's not. It's naked.
Those are the 2 I can think of, and then that's why, like, again, we don't know what they're going to do with Jay, and don't want to rush it. But that's why I believe out of all shows, Jay should go to SmackDown, because they need some kind of woman power over there versus Raw. Raw is pretty much loaded. You got 5 this week. That's not including Becky. That's not including Tegan Knox, who's out. That's not including Natalia. That's not including Candice LeRae and India Hartwell and Piper Niven and Chelsea Green. And don't forget, Sonya Deville is out on injury. Alexa Bliss is out with pregnancy. Carmella's out with pregnancy, maternity. So look at all them women. That's like 15 women I just named compared to the 6 or 7 on SmackDown.
Yeah, clearly, like, Raw has the 3-hour thing, so it needs more talent on that side. But it's just like, it's mind blowing that we can't name the rest of the girls on that side. I think the 2 girls, the 2 NXT women, they were tag team. I'm sorry, forgive me for not knowing their names, but they are on the SmackDown side. We just haven't seen them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Alba Fire.
And I want Kaden and Carter are
they on Raw, so that's 17.
On Raw.
Those 2.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. Like those we could be building up those women. But you named Mia, you named Zelina, and you named Io in this situation, and I think I'm including her in this to say, we know how talented they are, right?
Mhm.
And so I think with the right booking, they can be up there with the Charlottes and Biancas. It's just we're not
Mhm.
getting the booking. I also think Zelina will benefit from the Street Profits LWO situation because if she can get involved a little bit more in that.
Mhm.
And so I see her getting a little bit more pop just because of the things that she does with them, but it has to be booked right again.
Right.
So again, we can sit here and fantasy book all day and say
Right.
like this should go here, this should be that, and
Yeah.
this is the perfect show if you do this, that, and the other, right? We can
Yeah.
do that all day, and we don't know the pressure that they're under to produce a 3-hour show, a 2-hour
true.
show, a 2-hour show
Right.
plus a PLE. You know, we don't understand that pressure, but
Moving to Monday, the highlight though of my night was the Miz and Gunther's interaction. That was the best part of the night. The more and more the Miz, you guys know, Miz annoyed the f out of me, but he from a talent standpoint, I'm glad they kind of obviously he might have been on hiatus. You know, he had PTO too, right? But you know they bringing him back, and that interaction was needed because Gunther needs another credible opponent, and I think they're gonna have that fatal 4-way next week on Raw. But that segment was what had purpose. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what could come out of it. So because I mean, once again, we got to find it's the same thing for Rhea. Like all these the people that's these wrestlers that are holding the belts. Who could legitimately take it off of them. So what y'all what y'all think about?
Let's be honest. I had him on my Intercontinental Championship Mount Rushmore
Sure did.
for a reason.
That's true.
For a reason, and it wasn't just because I'm a Miz fan, but legitimately, like when that title wasn't even on PLEs, wasn't on pay-per-views, but then they put it back in the Miz's hands, and it became popular again, and then all of a sudden Seth went after it, and then all of a sudden Finn Balor went after it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all remember there was a time where it was like, where is the United States Championship and where is the Intercontinental Championship? Why are they not on pay-per-views? And then we gave it to the Miz, and the Miz made it hot again.
Elevated.
Right? And now this is why Gunther is on the run that he's on. So very well, Griff, you typed it, but very well, Miz could do it. I don't know that he will because they're trying to like play Miz off as not a joke, but like they're turning him face. I don't know if y'all saw that.
Yeah. It's there.
Easily.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he very well could win this match, and there's some legitimacy behind it to make it make sense.
Yeah. And not to get off this subject, but going back to Raw, I'm gonna tell you what, match was very entertaining. And I was laughing. I was like, wow, this match was really pretty decent. And first and foremost, man, shout out to Piper and Chelsea trolling Bret Hart and Phil, bro.
Oh, no.
Hey, I don't know what it was about that match, but Chelsea was really doing her thing in that match, low key. Listen,
Chelsea
man.
is good.
She's getting better.
Yes,
she is good.
Yes,
no doubt.
Like her, just not just the in-ring part, but just her character, like selling the match and being in the right places, doing the right things, the look, like everything, and then just to come out trolling Brett and Anvil, bro. I was like,
yeah,
man, that's crazy.
Definitely had to get cleared by Natty. Definitely had to get cleared by Natty. But that was great. The match itself. I'm gonna be real honest with y'all, man. Hey, I can say it to our viewers that Natalia's catsuit. I had to once again turn.
Boy.
I said I'm glad.
I had to apologize for the things I said about Natty last week. I'm sorry, Natty.
Natty, I'm sorry. Natty, I'm so sorry. Forgive me.
Great job, Natty.
I am so sorry. I did not mean those things.
I bet you that boy was mad that he wish he was at that show to grab her.
That was the one.
I don't blame that brother. Like, good Lord.
Yeah, that was the show. That was a show he should have been at. But the match, gimmick match, obviously for Halloween. But I was just more so distracted, by Natalia's costume. But yeah, great.
Here's the thing about Chelsea Green, man. Brian asked me this the other day, and I like immediately like co-signed it. He said, like, is Chelsea Green elevating those titles higher than anybody else up to this point?
Yep.
And by herself.
By
I know
herself.
Piper just got on board and Sonya did do a lot of work, but like Chelsea Green is carrying those titles by herself. Curse, whatever. You can say what you want, but she is definitely making it happen from a wrestling standpoint, just like her ability in ring. And then like from a like promo standpoint, from a social media standpoint, she is killing the game across the board when it comes to those titles.
I couldn't help but just to think at seeing that. I thought about what WWE really stands for. And if for the first time, the entertainment aspect is like, okay, it's really, really hitting. For a while, I had a problem with that because y'all know growing up, you know, the Federation, you know, I missed the wrestling. I missed for a while. You guys knew I was fed up with it. You know, I missed the good old days, but I understand now what separates us from the other side. You know, not knocking, like I said, we don't knock AEW, but like I said, to each his own. You like what you like. But yeah, that was the first time, you know, we got that entertainment.
She is legit. And I can't wait for her to get out of the tag title picture. Because think about when she goes for a title, right? Any interactions with,
she gonna carry
Charlotte, Bianca, Rhea, any of those interactions are going to be gold, I think.
Yeah, she can play the heel role very well. She's a very likable heel as well too. I think she should remain. She's one of them type of characters that should remain a heel and stay heel because she thrives off of that. But like I said, she's not like a hated heel. She's a loved heel where like people get entertained. You know, they get a laugh, they get a joke. And then when you really look at her, like I said, that was like one of my favorite matches of the night because she had the whole package, man. The entrance, the look. She had the timing, the chemistry. She knew what to do. She was selling everything the right way, and it was just like, wow, this girl is like. I mean, she was always good, but when you really paid attention to her, you know, she's legit. And like you said, Jackie, too, man, carrying them titles. I mean, even the next night, going to Florida in the NXT when they defended against JC and Thea. You know, look how she carried and moved on from that one, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's definitely not comparing her to Dom, but she's almost in that Dom conversation, defending that title, going to shows after shows after shows, and putting on great shows of entertainment. Like, seriously.
Very much so. Very much so. Carrying everything.
Parallels between Dom and Chelsea. Interesting. That's right.
Maybe Chelsea should be mommy.
Dude.
Yo, you remember when Dom first started? We hated that man. We were like, this is not going to work out. Like, why would we ever root for Dominic Mysterio? Like, why would we ever? And now we're like, this man might be the hottest thing in wrestling. Like, what?
Easily.
We hated his debut. It's like, this is not going to work out. I don't see it.
Yeah.
I don't see this kid who grew up in the business, who's been around one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. I don't see how he could ever figure it out. What? No, that's not gonna happen.
Bro.
Yeah. You know what? I knew Don was gonna be special later, and this is what did it for me. When I think 2021, when they started opening things back up for the fans, they had a house show here in Detroit, and it was the Bloodline against Ray Dominic and Cena. And basically, honestly, man, Dominic carried that whole tag match. You know, it's like, you know, mostly house shows like Mysterios and the faces are really gonna get tagged in towards the end and do their little chemistry thing. But Dom was held it on and was putting on a clinic. I said, this kid gonna be nice in a few years, not knowing a year and a half later we will see this Dom. And I'm like, yeah. So for me, I kind of seen it, but didn't think it was going to be put together like that quickly. But I think him leaving his daddy was like one of the best things that could happen.
The best thing that could happen to him.
Yeah.
Easily.
Definitely turned our attention to him because it was like, oh, okay, like now what is he going to do? Remember, I called for him to go down to NXT 2.0. I was like, if he detaches from his dad and goes down to NXT 2.0, he'll be that much better. And now we're kind of seeing that a little bit, like him interacting with the NXT universe, I guess that's what we want to call it. And now we're like seeing him in his element is what I want to say.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Speaking of Judgment Day, so the second biggest takeaway I think was how Damian Priest was looking at Rhea in the locker room. It's I don't know, man. It's funny to me because like we really having a power struggle. Because the woman running the show, like, yeah, damn right she running the show. That's why they're getting ratings. But I think it was pretty interesting that to see Damien's face, while Rhea's in it. I don't know if y'all caught I'm just looking at the little things, how they interact. But what y'all think? I mean, I don't want to see them break up, but there's going to be some type of crack in the foundation going into War Games, possibly. What y'all? I mean, I can see that.
Like I alluded to earlier, just multiple teases that's going on throughout the whole entire company, but especially in that faction because there's a tease of Dame can cash in. There's a tease of Dame that might work a strategy to get Rhea booted out because they tired of her being in control. Or Dame might leave. It's so many different teases that goes with that. So I'm not going to speculate, jump that gun just yet because you just don't know. They need to do what they're doing. I think it's too early for anybody to jump ship or get booted out, especially now you're maneuvering JD in comfortably back in. Of course, the last couple of months, he's been showing up in and out, having his little things with Rhea and Dame as well, too. But now he's comfortably getting in, so I don't think you want to jump the gun and break that up. This is what they're doing. It's kind of good. It's teasing. But I think this tease is basically just to throw everybody off for something big and special that happened that's going to catch us off guard. You know what I'm saying? So it could be a joke, another thing up their sleeve. Hey, got y'all. We fooled y'all. Y'all thought we really was going to break up? No, we got y'all fooled. And that could be a side distraction for Dane to probably cash in or Rhea to do something crazy. Who knows? So I think they got some more things up their sleeves. They just not going to jump the gun and break up just yet.
I think JD has done enough work. Obviously, y'all know since the beginning that we started this podcast, I always say JD gonna find a way. So, they initiate them. Hey, they initiate them. Hey, they put them through. Hey, they put them through that pledging process. Hopefully he crossed the burning sands at sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I think he's done enough work, to do it. But yeah, he
has to be in now, right? Like he has basically sold his soul to the Judgment Day, right? Like he has done enough to be in, right? I don't even like he is more loyal than some of the actual members, right?
Members, right?
Like he is loyal to a fault in this situation, but like he deserves to be in. And again, who would they go against now in War Games, right? Because it's got to be the four of them versus who? Is it that? Are you bringing Cody and them back into this?
Yeah, you have to. Yep, go ahead.
Like Cody, Jay, Kevin, Sammy. Like now, who is on the Cody Jay side? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Who is that?
Well, this could get very tricky, interesting, and here's the reason why I say this. Back to teasers. I'm just gonna throw a crazy prediction out there. For some reason, I feel like Sami Zayn is going to cost LA Knight the title this week. I don't know why. I don't care if I'm wrong. I just got this urge feeling. Somebody we least suspect is going to cost him.
Griff is clamoring for Sami Zayn to do something heelish. Rather be Kevin Owens, main event, somebody getting this Sami Zayn heel turn.
Hey, but real quick though, let's not forget about Drew McIntyre in this situation as well.
That's a wild card.
That's a very wild card. Despite the prediction part, but Drew is a wild card right now because I don't know if he's really Judgment Day or he's just like distracted with this whole thing too. But I think that's a very wild card too, especially going to War Games if he is going to either be a part or either team up with Judgment Day.
I think he teams up with them.
I could see it. but like now you're adding a fifth member to an already lopsided battle. Like who is on the other side, right? Like,
Well,
yeah, like Drew makes sense to add to the Judgment Day, but
yeah,
now
no,
it's
no,
like
no.
now it's Dom, Drew, Finn, Damian, and
JD.
JD. So now it's
Okay,
5
so
on who are the other 5? That's what I'm asking. Like,
I was saying because do they do 5-on-5 now in that
It
match?
was 5 last year.
it could
So
be either. Like
It could
I've
be
seen it
either.
4, I've seen it 5. Like, but it's just who's the faces of this situation because you've sent Kevin Owens packing. You're getting ready to turn Sami Zayn apparently, right? Like
no,
who is on the face side of this War Games?
okay, two things. I think JD's not making the cut. He not making the War Games match because I think that could be because I'm
Before
saying
Drew? I mean,
no,
like
no.
you
I'm
putting
just
Drew in before him?
that's the wild card. I'm saying if they really want to blow the fans' mind, like to do something stupid off the wall, that bringing in Drew to that fold to make it. I mean, obviously to make it interesting. And then the other aspect is you get Sammy in that match, and then as to Griff's point, Sammy goes into that match with them as a face, maybe and does it there. That's the thing.
Okay.
Does the turn there?
So now we 4.5 on 3 because you don't know if you
Well,
want Drew in or JD in.
No. I'm saying
So
swapping Drew for JD. Drew was with the Judgment Day.
I don't see that though, but like I don't see that though because like JD has done so
He's done
much
enough.
more than
Yeah, yeah.
Drew has done for the Judgment Day. So I don't see them just like outcasting the guy that's
For that match.
saved them
That's
just
true.
for a guy they're like we don't know where his loyalties lie. You know what I'm saying?
True. I was
let's
just
look
going for
at
shock value and start and just on name. That's all. Yeah.
I think if anything they just add him to it. I don't think they take JD out. I just think now it becomes a 5 situation, but then now
And Drew
who
turns
are
there.
but what if they
yeah,
what if they
he could
go inter-promotional with it too? You got Finn, you got Dame, you got Dom, along with Jimmy and Solo, and then on the other side you go with Cody, Jay, KO, Sammy, and probably LA Knight.
Yeah. Yeah.
say again. Say the names again.
So if they go inter-promotional, you got Priest, Balor,
So
Dominic,
the Judgment Day.
Jimmy, and Solo. Then on the other end, you got LA Knight, Sammy, KO, Jimmy, again, not main event, and Cody.
I think if they do anything interpromotional because of the interaction between Priest and Aldis, not Priest, Pierce and Aldis,
Yeah.
I think because of those interactions, it has to be Raw versus SmackDown. It can't. I don't think you're going to intermingle those
Oh, that's true.
names without like you can't have those names come together without it being like this promotional thing. Because
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, like what's the victory for like one of those teams, right? Like what's the victory for adding Jimmy to that situation? Like other than like I can see the
Yeah.
heel
Yeah.
side of it, yeah, but like the face side of it, I'm still lost on the face
Still
side.
lost on the face side.
Yeah.
So
Yep. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I don't know what year it was, but I think it was 95. I'll never forget this. 95 introduced what they called the Wild Card Survivor Series. And what that was is
Mm-hmm.
if me and you are beefing, we're on the team together. And it was weird, you know what I'm saying? Like your enemies on your team, but then your friends is on the other side. You know what I'm saying? And technically, it was called the wild card. So this could be a wild card situation where although Jimmy and Cody's beefing with Judgment Day, they might have to suck it up and force a team with them against SmackDown if they go against Raw versus SmackDown. You feel me? So we seen
Yeah.
the Jimmy and Jay situation. We seen the Aldis and Pierce
That's a good point.
teams. So those two could be captains for both of their brands because technically, I don't think, like I alluded to before, I don't think Roman's going to be part of the Survivor Series show, and I think it's going to be a good show without him. And if that's the case, I think Jimmy and Jay is going to be the ones that's going to lead both of their brands in their Survivor Series matches. That's if they go in that direction with both brands. And to me, it looks like that, especially with Pierce telling artists like, bring it on, like let's go. And I'm like, here we go,
Yeah.
Raw versus SmackDown.
Gotcha.
I think that's the way that War Games has to go, because um there's so much happening on the shows that I don't know, there's not enough. There's so much happening, but not enough happening to field a
Hmm.
5 on this side. I mean, like a
Yeah,
10
the field
situation
of
on this
team.
side
Yeah.
and a 10 on this side. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Also happening, Logan Paul and Rey Mysterio. What are our feelings on Logan Paul? We haven't discussed the social media, whatever he may be. We haven't discussed him. What are our feelings towards Logan Paul?
It's necessary because it's clicks. Um, he brings eyes. He's been bringing eyeballs. To the product. It's smart. But the thing that I appreciate, the only thing I'm appreciating him and listening to his podcast is that he's trying to put in the work, and he has put in the work. It showed. Every match that he has put on has been a banger. Let's just be on. Yep, if we being 100. He has did the work, and his finished product. Him and Seth put on a classic. Every match he's been involved with in these PLEs have been bangers, and I think that started last year around this time. I think my respect for Logan actually started around this time last year, Crown Jewel. Going with Roman, and I've been cool with him ever since that. I don't mind him, and another reason because we're getting him in doses. It's not like they're oversaturating us with this. That's why I'm cool with it. Yeah, what y'all think? Yeah.
100%. I 100% agree. My biggest respect came definitely from the Roman match.
Yeah.
Going that toe and giving it his all, and I think he got injured or tore his ACL, something from that too. Wherever the case might was, but yeah, banger matches from Roman. Then the return at the Royal Rumble with him and it started the Ricochet feud from there. Then Seth at WrestleMania, and now Ray. But the real question is Logan going to be sticking around after Crown Jewel? Because if so, then it's a possibility that he could take that belt off of Ray. But if not, it look like Ray might captivate somehow a victory and go from there this week. But no, highly respect Logan. I know a lot of people don't like him, but one of my friends, she alluded to it. She was at SummerSlam sitting on front row, and she said, I have a gain of respect for Logan because what people didn't see on camera is that his team that do the podcast with him, they were sitting front row and ringside too, and they were passing out all free prime drinks to all the kids front row while the match was going on. She said, I thought that was really cool, that even on the cameras don't catch it, that he was really looking out for the kids and giving away free products, you know what I'm saying? So smart, clever guy. He's been putting in work. I have respect for him, I don't see him winning, but at the same time, I won't be surprised if he does somehow sneak and get a victory this Saturday.
I'm pulling for him, honestly. Not.
I
know he's probably
hatred for your hatred.
Here we
for
go.
Ray. Hey, we're gonna do another clip. This week, last week my clip was on Becky. This week the clip on you for Ray.
This is not. As much as I despise Rey Mysterio, this is not a me hating on Rey moment. I am pulling for him simply because he's put in the work. Those celebrity guys that have come in, I'm thinking Bad Bunny and Logan Paul. Those celebrity guys that have come in, I have doubted them every time that they've stepped up. And I'm like, I don't see it. I just, like, why are we letting these two guys join and like do this thing? And every time I'm like, oh, my fault. I'm sorry. Like, no disrespect. Like, that was a good match. I need to like put some respect on your name. My fault.
Yeah.
I didn't know your game, like Shaq said, right?
Man, him and Ricochet low key could have been as the best match of the night at SummerSlam.
Yes.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Great opening. Great opening.
And he's athletic, like very, very athletic. And obviously him doing the boxing thing and the WWE thing, and you know, and I'm here for it, man. Like, I know it, like if he came from any other world other than like social media, like, and like if he came from any other world, we probably would have respected it a little bit more. You know, same thing with like Dominic Mysterio. It's like, it's just your past is telling me telling me something different, right? You know. but
Bruh.
they've put in the work, and we do have to respect that. They've put in the work. So
for sure. Yeah, we want to give before we move into this great card. Shout out to Mello and Dragon. They cut that scene off at the end right before, and that was great storytelling. But I'm cool with how the
Shawn
way
Michaels all
Halloween had it.
day.
I'm cool with cliffhangers. I'm cool with how
Shawn
it
Michaels
ended
all day.
because there's more to tell. But Dragunov obviously sets up you and Dragunov and your boy Jackie. Looks like we're gonna get that on Tuesday night. So I'm here
it's
for it.
happening, fellas.
I'm here for it.
It's
Who
happening.
won? Yeah.
I know the question you're asking is about Trick and Carmelo, but I want to talk about Baron. But let's talk about Trick and Carmelo first.
Yeah.
Burn
No,
the
he-
ships.
I was telling
Burn the ships.
let's go. I don't want to do it.
Burn the
Let's
ships.
talk Trick and Carmelo first. Then we'll
Yeah.
get to Baron.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're setting up like they're trying to make you think either like did he do it? Like Trick coming out like this, like he did it. All right, whatever they said he did that shit, right? Okay,
Right,
like
he
that's
did
what
that.
we're saying. He did it. Just his reaction from the music is like what told me he did it.
For sure. And that look, he slow walked, waited till the match was done, and then he pulled him, that the way you pull your kid, the way I pulled Cassie, and get your behind over here. Let me tell you something. But I'm ready for it, man. I think it needs to happen, and it's going to build Trick up for sure. Mellow heel turn going into the main roster could be, which I don't know. Like, who's the face and the heel in that feud?
Trick has to be the face just off of the music now, right?
Yeah,
just off
true.
of the vibe.
The vibe.
And off of the attack, right? If the attack is real, and if Mello did do it, then Mello immediately becomes a heel. We're supposed to hate him,
Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah, but the women who won, Kalani, that women's match.
Lola.
She lost to Lola.
She lost to Lola. Yeah, okay.
Lola's good, man. Shout out to her. Lola's good. We was
Okay.
pulling for Kalani, but Lola is
Good.
It's Lola.
Good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lola is Lola. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Anytime she want to
as
fly
much
to
as we're
Mexico,
pulling-
I'm down. Good trouble. Wait, hold on. We on a podcast. That stays in Cancun. Never mind.
Oh God, hilarious. But
Go for it, as the wise man said. No.
very well, but obviously good job. Halloween Havoc was done very well. Our what's our boys the Scooby Doo doing the haunted house. Yeah.
Anytime I can see Lash Legend in a Velma costume, great TV. Great TV.
Yeah.
Phenomenal television, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Anytime I can see that.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah. That was classic. And
what's
mhm.
they had the match with the Alpha Academy Monday, the Creed brothers.
I want them to be Diamond Mine. I don't like they're the Creed brothers, yes, but I want them to be the Diamond Mine thing. I want them under the Diamond Mine moniker. But yes, they're gonna be good in the tag team division coming up because they are a good wrestling tag team.
They're solid.
Yeah.
They kind of remind me of the remix of the Steiner brothers, the way they were moving around. They remind me of the Steiner brothers.
I can see that too.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Which is why they got in the ring right away with with Gable. That's Gable's alley. That's up Gable's alley.
Yeah,
They put on the banger.
Yeah.
I think our Chase boys got it now, but I can definitely see them jokers holding it. Yeah. It's with the Chase U, but I can see the Creed brothers taking it off of Chase U. Yeah, easy.
Taking it back, yeah.
Yeah, taking it back.
Yeah.
Are they gonna move up though, like permanently?
Yeah.
Not like they can't do the thing, but I'd like to see them up.
Considering the state of
this. Yeah,
considering the state of Friday night tag team.
Yeah,
our profitable boys Come on, our boys.
Maybe they
They'll
need to
figure
go
that
down
out.
to
Come on, boys.
NXT.
Come on, boys. We got this. We got this.
Yeah.
Show me
We'll
the
figure it
vicious sides, boys. Come on. We got it. Come on. Show me the vicious side. Let's talk about the Fatal 5-Way, man. Raquel, Zoe, Shayna, Nia, Rhea. We don't have to necessarily give predictions just yet, but
So are we officially in Crown Jewel? Oh, we just talking about the card.
nah, we're not doing predictions yet. We're just kind of just having the conversation. But Nia Jax's promo.
To squash everybody is it's boring. It's overload. It was very boring. It was very boring. I'm sorry.
He's trying to find the right words right now because I know y'all are not big on Nia Jax.
I just said boring. So
I don't have words. It's just I want.
tell us how you feel, brother.
No, man. Yeah. That ain't it.
Listen. It didn't sound like a promo with somebody that's getting ready to take the belt off of Reed. So I don't think that'll worry about that one.
Like she's never been from a wrestling standpoint, she is a force to be reckoned with. From a promo standpoint, it's like, what is it? Like
trash.
I don't believe her. That's what it is. I don't believe anything that you say. I don't believe what you're talking about, or
that part right there.
I can't get with it. I like Brian. I know you were a fan back in the day, like for a minute. I was trying to get on board, and I can't do it. I don't believe her.
Zoe Stark is more believable than Nia Jax.
Zoe Stark is gonna be good when
Zoe is that thing. Yeah, she's gonna be the deal.
Yeah,
We're coming around. Credible. If anybody that's credible, is her.
Yeah.
I want Shayna to win this.
Okay.
I want a real deal Shayna Baszler run. Like when she came out in that Elimination Chamber and she came out and beat everybody
ass
and won that Elimination Chamber, like that should have sparked her right to WrestleMania, and she should have held the title for a good year off of that, because she's capable. And like I agree with her as far as like the Ronda thing. Like she put in the work again, right? So and she's a valid, like I believe her when she says she gonna beat your ass. Like I believe her.
That's believable.
I don't believe not. Yeah, she did. Yeah, Vince did interfere with that. But like she should have gotten a better run. She should get a better run.
Yeah.
So I'm pulling for her on this one.
To be honest,
not my prediction, but I'm pulling for her.
No, I've been on this Shayna NXT dominance train for a minute. I'm gonna go back in time 3 years ago when COVID hit, and Shayna was main eventing with Becky. Remember that storyline when she was main eventing Becky? I really believe if COVID didn't hit and we would have had fans at that WrestleMania, and I think that got switched because of going to the Performance Center, I think Shayna was going to dethrone Becky and win that belt against her. And I think
it was headed that way.
She had the momentum train at that time. And I think when that COVID hit and that switched everything up, I think that kind of deflated her career and brought her down. Then you see her teaming with Nia Jax, brought her down. You seen her teaming with Ronda Rousey,
brought her down even more.
No, I'm. If there's anybody else besides Rhea to win this week, I really had Zoe, but I think it's too early for Zoe in this kind of big match field right now. But Shayna is like my top one. I mean, just the fact, like, I just want that dog NXT when she was dominating everybody as women champion. Like, put them in the submission hold. Like, I don't know, we gonna see it, man. But man, that'd be crazy to see her put it on Rhea and have Rhea like submit. But I think if Rhea's going to win, and we get to that in a minute, but I just really think that
it's too early. You said it's too early for Zoe Stark. Is it too early for her though? Like, isn't that like a WWE staple of like bringing somebody up and then like thrusting them into the picture?
Here's my thing: if Zoe Stark wins this match, she's not going to win by pinning Rhea. She's going to pin one of the other 4 ladies in the match, and that's how Rhea's going to lose the belt. I can see that. So I just said early, meaning that I don't think with this match magnitude that they might slip it. But again, we dealing with Triple H. You just don't know. And so
yeah.
this is not a Vince and a predictable grift like it used to be in the past. This is like, hey, all hands off deck, and let's just see what happens. But I'm rooting for Shayna, but at the same time, I won't be surprised at the outcome of the match. I really hate to say this, but for some reason, I hate to say this, man, but I really feel like they're gonna throw a curveball, let Nia win this thing Saturday. And it's not because she's gonna beat Rhea. She gonna, but hopefully I'm wrong. And
I hope you are too.
I hope I'm really wrong.
Yeah. Obviously, we're just talking about the match itself, but Zoe, yeah, it's not too early for Zoe Stark. I think when I said that, she has the most upside out of the 5. As far from the talent standpoint, I think it's bright. She's a great wrestler. From the technical standpoint, I don't think I think it'll be in good hands with her. To put it on her, but yeah, Zoe is my, I really hope Shayna does win for all the reasons you guys just said, but I'm just looking at it, I'm cool with Zoe or Shayna, either or, but definitely not Raquel. But yeah, Nia, I'm just as good as being fatal 4-way for me. She shouldn't even be in the match. So,
what is it about Raquel? What is it about Raquel that we're not on board with?
For one, I think she having too many opportunities, but just can't freaking win it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if it's just the booking. I know, back muscles, right? To be honest, man, because she dominated NXT Women's Champion at one point. I just don't, for some reason, I just really don't think they might not have faith in her on the main roster to run it like they did in NXT. I don't know. But she had too many opportunities and yet have not cashed in on every title defense that she had. Like, I mean, what more? She just had a recent one-on-one with Rhea at Payback. She really had the match done. Just couldn't capitalize. I have nothing against her. I really like Raquel. But I just don't understand why they keep booking. I think it's for me. I don't understand why they keep booking her. It's almost like, again, her and Braun Strowman are dating. It's like Braun Strowman all over again. You booking in all these championship matches, but you ain't cashing in winning nothing.
Nah, the Braun thing, it's always booking. Like, we get behind somebody and it's like, ooh, like this dude is picking up some steam. And then it's like, no, we're not going to give you that. We're going to take off and go the other way. And it's like, but now WWE has changed. So, but I'm sorry, back to Raquel. Go ahead, Coach.
I think it's likability. I think she's.
You don't like her?
No. I'm talking about the fan. I'm speaking from the fans, man. I'm talking about. I don't think the fans are really bought into what she's about. I mean, from a personality gimmick, from her gimmick standpoint, obviously, I don't know. Maybe she might be a little bland. She might be a little bland for their liking.
Yeah,
I guess that's
is she a better heel? Is she a better heel? Is she better face? What is she? Better?
Yeah. I think
what is she like?
Right. So I think the fans, I think she came in because of my success in NXT, like me. But y'all know this, man. When you come up from an NXT to the main roster, you got to do a tweak, some type of slight tweak. And I, sometimes it's tough for some women to get over right away. But yeah, I think it's from the fans' perspective, you're kind of bland. Like, give me something. Entertain. You guys know this generation now, where we are now. Entertain me now. And I think
was she over in NXT?
Yeah,
she was.
She was.
We all just answered it, and I just put it in. That's what's missing. I think we can't get behind her because she is not a heel and had not been a heel since she moved up to the main roster, because she's been again forced in tag teams and forced in title matches, forced to be a face. They even changed her name and changed her music twice. You know what I'm saying? Because she was Raquel Gonzalez. Then she went to Rodriguez. So I think it's a multiple of those changes and transitions.
What?
Yes. Yeah,
I
no,
remember-
yes.
Either way,
I
it's
remember
Spanish.
this happening, but like,
Either way, it's Spanish. Like we gonna change.
She was
it.
Raquel Gonzalez and went to Raquel Rodriguez. Yes, she
What?
did. Yes.
Bruh.
that,
Yes.
Yeah.
So
So
she- yes.
identity is hard to get.
what is the baby's name?
Her
What
real
is the
name?
baby's actual name?
Yeah.
like, and how Hispanic is it? Like, is it actually a Gonzalez Rodriguez situation here?
Dominguez.
Dominguez.
Thank you, wise man. Okay, thank you, wise man.
All right.
Jeez.
Why didn't we just go with that? You know
Raquel
what? I don't
Dominguez.
trust that. I don't trust that. Yeah, I don't trust him. No, it's not Dominguez. No, I don't trust him. No, that is not correct.
Yeah, you're right.
Bruh.
You guessing.
Man said Escobar. No, that is not. No, it's not
He
it.
just said don't trust my.
But the dude is supposed to be in the background, like doing all the like research work and everything like that, like doing all the shit. Like this man gives us,
Bro, we can say the wrong thing, dog.
Nothing,
He
right.
had cartels after, bro. Like,
you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like what?
Make sure we get the edits done for this
Get our
episode.
shit shut down, right? Yeah. We have no problem with anybody outside of our
have
race.
no
We just root for our
problem.
race. Okay, that's what it is. We have no problem.
And we want Raquel to do good things in WWE. We just
I ain't going that far.
We just gotta get a connection. We gotta get a good connection.
we just need our
need
girl
a
to go
connection.
heel. Like, when Liv Morgan come back and want to do a tag team, just drop kick her and powerbomb her a few times and send her back on the shelf. Let's.
I want Liv Morgan back. I do want Liv Morgan back.
Oh yeah.
She be off the shelf
I
here
wanna live
soon,
more
right?
than that.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out
Royal
to
Rumble, maybe, right? She might win the Royal Rumble.
Right.
Okay. Let's switch, gentlemen. I know we've been discussing all of these matches, but let's now turn to the actual card of Crown Jewel and kind of just go down our list here, and we can kind of discuss the matches that we didn't discuss in the midst of this, and then the ones that we did, just kind of give our predictions and move it on. But let's start with John Cena and Solo Sikoa. We didn't really talk about them. What do we think about this match?
His promo said it all. I haven't won a singles match in however many freaking days. Like, who cares? But okay, get your win on your way to going to do more of your. Hopefully, this writer's strike ends soon because I'm already tired of seeing you on my screen. That's just my opinion. But yeah, like, okay, John, you'll get your win. I think he might chill. I don't think we'll see him on the War Games card. So, but yeah, Solo obviously continue to getting his rub, doing stuff on his own, because we got to remember I think we're still in the fourth inning of the Bloodline story, so we still sharpening him up, to get into the nitty gritty of his feuds going into 2024. Yeah, more work to do, but yeah. All right, John. Yeah, John gets his victory in however many thousands of days. So, yeah, that's simple. What y'all think?
I'm rooting for Solo. Rooting for Solo for many of the reasons, because in the next few months, I think his career is going to take a big pivotal turn in the next few months, and I think this is a great match and great exposure for him to be in the highlight realm of John Cena. But to your point, Coach, I did see that what's what they call that little crazy obstacle course game coming up or something like that. But I forgot what it's called, but it's basically when they
wipe out,
something like Wipeout. But anyway, John Cena is a host coming up, so I think I think that pretty much is where he's going to go and start doing after this Crown Jewel. So he probably will be away from the screen after this, but I'm looking forward to this match, definitely, man. Cause like I said, I'm really rooting for Solo, whether he wins or not. All because this is great for him. This is going to be a good putover match.
Yep.
To be in the spotlight with John Cena, and that's going to boost his character and also his story with the bloodline and him as a solo going forward these next few months as we start diving deep in these storylines that's coming up.
Yeah, because he's got to hold it down. Because Roman, as you put in the chat, Griff, it looks like Roman's going away. So yeah, he's got to hold it down. If Roman's going away.
And a possible Jimmy
Um,
Uso interference.
Yeah. Yep. Who knows?
okay. Okay. I see that happening, right? Like
Yeah.
Jimmy
Yeah.
definitely helps out in that situation. I think also Jimmy helps out with Roman Reigns as well.
Mm-hmm.
I got it going to John Cena just because they're calling for this greatest of all time and longest streak since he's won a match and all of
Yeah.
that stuff, you know. So I see it going to John Cena just because of that. But I agree. What a run for Solo Sikoa to go from debuting in NXT as the street champion and now like maybe what
Mm-hmm.
2 years later, 2.5 years later now fighting John Cena on a major pay per view or PLE. So
Nice.
um,
Nice.
what a run, what a run. Let's go to Cody Rhodes and Damian Priest. This match is kind of just thrown together. Like,
Yeah.
where did this come from?
Again, another Raw match on the PLE, but I'm gonna roll in with Cody. Couple things here. One, Cody said something very pivotal towards the end of Raw when he says something like saying, "Okay, I'm tired of this now. I'm definitely got to start finishing this story like right now." So that right there was a big momentum breaker. But then I'm looking at every match here. They all have potential to kick off the show, and I feel if this should be a match that could kick off the show. And if it does kick off the show, I think we're going to see a surprise cash in by Dane if this match kick off the show.
Good.
That makes sense.
That makes
That
total
makes sense.
sense. Makes total sense. It's
That
hard
makes sense.
to y'all know since we started power rankings, I started out the gates hot with Cody every week and it's that ship has sailed. But the thing that pissed me off, okay, let's use the ankle and the sympathy part, that I think that's okay. Let's just watch. To your point, Griff, it's a raw match on this PLE. But with a little sprinkle of sympathy, since you want to shatter my ankle with a chair, okay, great. That's
Oh,
still
that's how this got started. That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
right.
that's how we got here, Jackie. So, okay, great. You wanted to do that. But yeah, I still see Cody going over, barring something not happening with our boy Dom interfering, or something stupid. Judgment Day doing Judgment Day things. But yeah, Cody goes over in a decent match, barring no shenanigans. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you, Griff. Depending on where this match lands on the
Yep.
card,
Mhm.
definitely dictates who wins this match. I'm actually I think Cody Rhodes wins this match, but um, I think he defeats the odds of like Judgment Day coming out and doing that whole thing, and I
Yeah.
think he finds a way to defeat the odds some way somehow. So
Mm.
so Cody Rhodes goes over for me.
Mm-hmm.
The women's championship match, Bianca Belair versus Io Sky. I'm Griff. Let's go to you first because this has to be a tough pick for you, right? Like this,
Brother.
Very.
this has to be a tough
You
pick for you. Go
know,
ahead.
to be honest, I'm definitely rooting for both. This is good. This to me, when I say I root
Both
for
these
both,
guys. Both these guys. Both these guys.
yeah,
Both these guys.
I'm rooting for both for one particular reason. Y'all know I like both of these competitors, but I'm going back to Backlash this year when they was in Puerto Rico and they had that stellar 35 minute opening match and it could have went either way. I really thought Io was going to come out with the victory. It was that close until, of course, again Bayley interfered. So I definitely believe, of course, Bayley's going to be in that side pocket again. That's going to cost Bianca that match. But at the same time, I won't be surprised. I'm rooting for Bianca, honestly, for this match. And again, it's tough. I'm rooting for both, but who I really want to win, definitely Bianca. But if she doesn't win, I'm still going to be happy with the match as it is because we all know. And then, like we alluded to earlier in the show, too, with the teas, I'm interested to see how she comes out of this match and if she's going to really snap, going that heel run, going that heel run. Who knows? It might not even be a Bailey interference. It could be a disqualification or something, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe Io gets under her skin and she just snaps and pick up a chair and just go off on her and then just do that run. Who knows? But competitive wise, I'm rooting for both. But if you ask me who I want to win this match, definitely Bianca.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was hard for you. I know that
Oh,
was,
it was.
that was tough.
It was. Hey, but Bianca, hey, I ain't got no picture with Io personally. I got a picture with Bianca personally. She's still on my profile pic, so you know I got to roll with the EST.
All right, Coach.
We still have even though she's not involved, but you still the Charlotte factor is still looming over this some way. Her getting back involved. Because the way they ended the SmackDown, I'm just going back on how the way they ended SmackDown when she came back. When Bianca came back last week, right? So I think Io obviously, does the she cheats, lies, she steals, gets the pin, because of Bailey, but I think some shenanigans where Charlotte might get involved to cost Bianca. So you open up that door again of them feuding and maybe getting Bailey involved again with a triple threat, letting them go at it some way, somehow. So that's because you gotta remember. I think if Charlotte's taking this one off, I don't know if she's been. I don't know if she's coming out there, but yeah, I think that's we gotta factor her back in going into to Survivor Series. That's some way, shape, form, or fashion. Io wins because of Bailey, but let's remember Charlotte lurking somewhere to get back involved. One of those three.
I see it going
Mm-hmm.
similarly.
Mm-hmm.
I got Io winning it, but I have Bailey attempting to get involved, and then I have Charlotte saving Bianca, right? And so like taking Bailey out of the picture, and now it goes back to being 1-on-1 between Io and Bianca, but then Io wins the match.
Gotcha.
Because I see the tease of Bailey and Charlotte going at it again. I see them potentially being the next feud. And then I think Bianca and Io go at it a little bit longer. So yeah, I rooting for Bianca, but I see Io going over.
So with Bianca eventually taking it back, because poor Asuka, like at the end of the day, she's a workhorse. She's one of the greatest to ever do it, and they treating her like trash. I don't understand. I don't. Yeah.
I don't either. I want, like, Asuka's one of my favorite
yes
athletes, and for so many different reasons. And I would love for her to have like a longer reign and like to see like this vicious heel like actually like have a reign and do this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man.
It's tough.
Booking is booking. It's hard to get on the show. It's just like she's on the show. It's just we don't like the things that are happening. So I don't know.
Gotcha.
I don't know. Griff?
No, I 100% agree again. Now, it goes to the booking in the women's division on SmackDown. You had this big surprise victory back in Night of Champions earlier this year when Asuka defeated Bianca and snapped her title reign streak. Then we end up here. Do I believe Io deserve of a title and a run? Absolutely, I do. And we just haven't seen the Io that was that dominant heel that we saw in NXT, just like Shayna Baszler. And it's almost like her run is more of a again, this is no knock on her. Her run is more on damage control and Bailey interfering to keep her title reign going, where we're not seeing, like, even with Asuka, even though Asuka kind of like slightly went heel, Asuka pretty much like caught you off guard with the miss and it was game over. You know what I'm saying? Where we almost expecting the interference, or we're expecting this, or one little slip and this is gonna happen. But
Mhm.
As far as Oscar, man, I think it's tough, man. Jackie, I'm kind of like with you a little bit now. Got me thinking. We don't know the pressures that creative and the writers are
Good point.
really going through, trying to put them in a 2 hour show. And it kind of made me think like, man, what if Oscar was on Raw? What if Charlotte stayed on SmackDown? What if Io went to Raw? I think Damage Control was on Raw. I think they got drafted
Mhm.
to SmackDown if I
Yeah.
remember correctly,
Yeah.
Mhm.
along with Oscar too. So
Yeah, good
I'm
point.
kind of like
Good
with
point.
you now. I was kind of like, what's going on? But then, my other brain is kind of saying, we don't know what they're facing, what the networks are saying. Sometimes the networks, Fox can call the shots to say, hey, I know y'all got Bianca and this one on, but we want more bloodline. You know what I'm saying? Now they
Yeah.
get scrapped off the card. You know what I'm saying? Now we're like, why they ain't got wrestling tonight? But then behind the scenes, Fox made that call, say, hey, scrap them all. We want more Roman. We want more Jey Uso. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, we
Yeah.
don't know if that's all making sense, but
Yeah. No,
At the
no,
end of
no.
the
yeah,
day, like it's a
That's
business, right? Like at the end
exactly.
of
yeah,
the
that's
day,
true.
it's a business, and you got there are people whose pockets you have to legally line, right? Like so there's people that you got to answer to, and there's a specific product that they're looking for, um, based on sales, marketing, all those different things, right? So
Hmm.
Right, right.
there's a lot that goes into it, and we can sit here and say like this makes sense to put this person against this person, and this is going to be a 5-star match because of this, that, and the other. And but then we also don't factor in like you have to tell that story over and over and over and over again, like with no break. There's no off season. There's like you constantly have to put out this product, and everybody has to be firing on all cylinders. Everybody has to be on fire at all times, and like that's hard to produce. And so we question the writers constantly, but I wouldn't want the job just because I don't know if
Mhm.
my mind is that creative to keep that going constantly, you know?
And just imagine the migraines they probably have to deal with often. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't sleep because they up taking notes, or they might be on YouTube or on the network on Peacock going back, getting ideas from the 80s and 90s. How can we convert this to now? And their minds are just constant. Then, they're on call. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They're pretty much on call a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like any moment in time, Trip or, Pritchett, all them could say, hey, what you got? Like, hey, we got to be at the arena at 8 o'clock in the morning so we can produce this. Like it's a lot
Yeah.
that goes behind productions that ain't ever discussed like that. So, like you said,
Mhm.
it's kind of like as a fan, it's kind of like, man, we want this. I want to see this. Like, why this not happening? But then I think with us, because we have grown and matured in the business over the years, we
Sure.
seen and have a different respect and understand, like, hey, this is a production. Like, while we sleep at the hotel getting ready for access in the morning, they up in the arena doing rehearsals right now. They pretty
Yeah.
much changing the script.
Mhm.
They're saying, hey, this ain't
Yep,
working,
yep,
just to
yep.
put on the
Yeah.
show for us. So sometimes when we put their hats on and fill their shoes, we kind of saying, man, you know what? Ain't no telling what they going through. Ain't no
Yeah.
telling how many hours Vince McMahon been staying up and Triple H been staying up and Stephanie been staying up just to get this main event to work and get this choreography done just for this 2 minute segment on the show. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So to
What's a bigger part of that is social media, right? Like people
Yes.
yes.
having the ability to voice their opinions about the product and, kind of sway which way the product goes. But then
Hmm.
also I think about like when the writers have something in their mind and they're like, we're gonna head this direction for Survivor Series. But then a wrestler gets online and is like, I'm not getting the push I'm supposed to get. I'm not,
Mhm.
I'm not getting what I'm supposed to be getting in this situation. And then everybody rallies behind that person. And now we have to push that person because if we don't, we're not going to get the viewership, right? Like, so like the writers have all of these thoughts in their mind of like, we're headed in this direction, but then it could be completely thrown off just by social media, which
Yeah.
wasn't, which is why the product
Yeah.
back in the day was the product, because it's like, we're going to continue to put out this thing. We're going to continue to do this because it works. And what can you say about it? You're going to continue to come watch. You can't have a say
But
in the
you don't know.
situation, right? Social media has changed all of that. And social
Yes.
media has changed all of that. And like now, LA Knight gets this. LA Knight is a huge product of that. Let's be honest.
For sure.
Yeah.
And not to say he wouldn't have got to this point, but I questioned his immediate push from the very start. Like, why are we getting LA Knight so fast? Like, can we take our time and slow burn this? But it's a product of social media, and it's
Mm-hmm.
people pushing this situation. So,
Yep.
speaking of social media, let's give our predictions on Ray and Logan Paul.
Logan Paul takes this belt off of Ray.
Ooh.
Has to, as I don't, obviously he just renewed the contract, and so he's coming to work. As soon as he
Does that
said
mean
it,
we get more? Does that mean we get more Logan Paul?
yeah.
Okay.
He's got a hold of. Because think about it, he's done his part. He's taken his L's at the last. He's taken an L at the two major
Ooh.
PLEs. He's taking it
Very
at
good point.
SummerSlam. He's taking it at it's his time, and I know that would make you a happy camper on Saturday morning or afternoon when we watch this, because who he's going to go over on. But I think it's Logan's time, man. He like you to all our points we had said earlier. The man's a freak of nature. He's a businessman. He's a marketing genius, social media genius. He's done everything right. As much as you hate, as much as a prick as he can be, you have to respect his work ethic. So I think it's time for him to get the belt on going into Survivor Series, Royal Rumble season, and into Mania season. We can see it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going for Logan Paul. Yeah.
All right. So I just sent Wise Man a little message. I need some research done real quick. I'm going with Logan Paul. Here's the reason why. I was thinking this will start and refeud up the him and Ricochet story, but then Ricochet is on Raw, and you got the Intercontinental Champion on Raw. Mm-hmm. I'm going with Logan because I can actually see a feud in the storyline between him and Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens bring that U.S. title back to SmackDown.
Okay. How soon? Not too soon, though, because if you want to give Logan a little run, but yeah,
I would say close to Royal Rumble-ish.
Okay, gotcha.
Royal Rumble-ish time. Only reason, and again, this is just a Griff prediction. If Logan does win the U.S. belt, I would KO over there. I can see KO. Because KO is not going to be in no title picture anytime soon. So I can see those two headlining a big major PLE. And that could be KO winning the U.S. belt back to the SmackDown brand while Logan go back to his part-time ways. But just and I know we kind of carry off with Rey Mysterio, but those two with the microphone going back and forth unfiltered, like that would be classic entertainment. But I'm just looking beyond, because if Logan does win, I can see that going that direction. But if they decide to, hey, he's not going to be back to Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber, we need a U.S. title to be defended constantly week after week or whatever, I think Ray going to retain. But I got Logan winning this match this Saturday.
Yep.
I'm not saying this as a Ray hater,
no.
Logan Paul goes over. Logan Paul goes over. I forgot about the KO thing. I was thinking that Santos was coming back to avenge Ray. I think that has to happen at some point. So yeah, I see Logan Paul winning this, and I do agree that KO and him go at it for a little bit here.
Yep.
And maybe that's his first feud, because we haven't seen him in a feud where he's there's some longevity to this.
Right.
We've only seen him in spots where it's come in doses. A month before, talk your shit
match and
about whoever, and then go on about your day. But we haven't seen him in a feud, and so it's nice to see him on SmackDown. Let's see if we can get him on a little bit more, because I do think, like you guys said, I do think he can talk. So yeah, I think Logan Paul goes over, and we'll see what happens. Nice. The Fatal 5-Way: Raquel, Zoe, Shayna, Nia, and Rhea. What are our predictions here?
Rhea comes out of there by hook, crook. However, she got to get it done. It's gonna happen. Odds will be as you said, Jackie, earlier with Cody, some way to define the odds. I think we're going to see her have to do the same thing. I'm not sure how it's going to look. Obviously, all the ladies are going to have their spots, their strong spots, and it's going to be a solid match. But I'm curious to see. But I think it's going to be Dom to the rescue. Some type of shenanigans. That somebody has to help her. I'm not sure if it's going to take the whole Judgment Day or who, but yeah, there's going to be some shenanigans involved. But yeah, Rhea's going to come out of it. She's going over.
I'm not gonna go against what I said earlier. I want Shayna to win, but by hook or sinker, I believe Rhea's going to walk out. However, Nia Jax is owed a riptide for returning and putting Rhea out so she can go on her PTO with Buddy at the beach. And we haven't seen a riptide on Nia just yet, so I think that's going to happen. I mean, it's a perfect time to put the riptide on her at a big event at Crown Jewel, and I think somehow she's going to creep in and counter up with that riptide and steal the victory and retain the women's championship.
Okay. I think Rhea retains.
Mm-hmm.
I think Rhea retains it. I think it's going to be a good match. The less Nia Jax, the better in this one, I think.
Yes, please.
Like, she's going to have her moments, I think, but I don't think she needs to be like the focal point. So I want I want Shayna to win, but my prediction is that Rhea goes over. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Seth freaking Rollins and Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Interesting match. We say Seth is going to lose every PLE, and he comes out. I feel sorry for Drew because I actually felt sorry. I wanted to shed a tear during that package promo. Not in the sense of because I hear it all the time. Yes, we know, we understand how you feel about the pandemic. Like, yes, it sucks that it happened during your reign, but this time I think it's different. Seth, okay, I think maybe he goes over. He claymores him, and then we get, like we said, it depends on where the match is. Claymores him, gets that moment, and Priest comes in and takes it. Okay. Sad, but that's my gut. Like, Seth, I don't see Seth coming out of. I can't, because he has to be, because to our point last week. Then we said this and we all agreed on it. Seth has to be cleared to get ready for Roman for the for maybe Royal Rumble season. I don't know, but whenever they're gonna have their rematch. But yeah, I think Seth doesn't come out of this. Either Damian or Drew is walking out of there with the belt.
Okay, Griff.
I'm going with Damian Priest in this match. He's not even in the match. I really think that Judgment Day of JD is going to somehow distract and interfere. I think Drew's going to hit a bro kick, a couple bro kicks on Seth, and JD and maybe Dom might come out, distract and interfere, and that's when Dame is going to cash in on the bro kick and take the belt away, and that's going to create some animosity with Drew. Outside of that,
you mean Claymore, my friend? That's Sheamus, bro. Bro kick.
Bro, yeah, Claymore.
I know.
Y'all know what I mean. Yeah. Thanks for the correction. I'm sure that was going to be in the blooper reel, by the way. Yeah, I got Dane cashing in on this match, but retaining it. If I had to pick the two, definitely keeping Seth to retain.
Okay.
Got you.
Seth wins outright. Seth wins outright for me.
Okay.
I don't think Damian gets involved until a little later. I think there's the threat of it, but I don't think he like fully
Follows
catches it.
through.
Yeah, I don't think he fully
Yeah.
catches it.
Okay,
Seth
okay.
wins outright. Yeah, Seth wins outright. And to your point, Coach, like I wasn't sad for Drew. I wasn't sad for Drew, and here's why. If he was saying that to anyone else other than Seth, it goes over, right?
Right.
Seth, like all the losses that Seth went through during
Man,
that
boo,
time.
right. He said, "Cry me a river." He said it.
When
Over.
WrestleMania was in Dallas and Seth was out, right? Like, and he was that was supposed to be
That's
his main
his
event
moment.
year,
Yeah. Yep.
and it didn't work out for him, right? Like he could have countered with that, right?
If
Like,
anybody know about adversity, it's him.
right? Like you got the title, bro. Like you won. Like Seth, like it took a minute for him to get to that to that moment, right? Like
Right.
that should have been his. That should have been his
Yeah.
WrestleMania, whatever.
It was that. It
So
was
if he
that.
said that to
Yeah.
anybody else, if he
Yeah.
said that to anybody else, then it goes over. But the fact that he said it to Seth, I was like, nah, this doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what he said real quick. He's like, "Hey man, get over it. Like,
So,
Yeah.
right. Build a bridge. Get
get
over
over it.
Yep.
Like it's done. Get over it. Move
Yep.
on."
Yeah, so I think Seth wins this one outright. All right, boys, we haven't discussed this all night, so this is a perfect way to end the evening. LA Knight and Roman Reigns. I'm pretty sure I know where everybody's gonna land here, but let's go ahead and have a conversation.
Sure. Let me ask this question, because we all know who gonna win.
I saw the stress on your face.
Bruh. Right.
But let me ask this, because I wanted to ask this, and this is the right time to ask it. Let's take away the booking, the storylines, everything away. What if LA Knight does win this match?
You got to give us more. Come on.
Is that right? Is that rhetorical?
So what if it's a surprise hook that he ends up winning this match, ending this streak? Where does it go forward from here? No. I'm not saying it's not. No, I'm just asking,
dude.
Because I'll tell you my answer. It just won't be right if that was the case, because you can't end the story right away. But I'm just asking, if he were to win it and it was some last minute surprise like Brock and Taker, and we didn't expect that, what would the whole universe of WWE and the world be if he wins this title this week? Because and again, there's a lot of people, and I sent a picture to y'all. I was in the store the other day. This dude had LA Knight shirt on, and he was like, LA Knight's gonna win the belt. I said, nah, bro, that ain't happening. He said, no, he's gonna win it. I'm telling you, Roman's gonna get dethroned. I said, bro, you telling me, you mean tell me Daniel Bryan and Edge, two people he kicked off and went to AEW? You talking about Cody Rhodes?
Bro.
You talking about all these other big names that couldn't dethrone him? You talking about this fast rising star by the fan choice on social media gonna knock him off the bricks at Crown Jewel?
But that's why, though. But that's why they think that, right? Like,
Exactly.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, the tide has turned so much against Roman, where now Roman is the heel, like, is actually getting like heel
heat now
reactions now, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Like, and so, like, the tide has turned to where on the internet, like, LA Knight is the guy. This is our person. We're putting him up here. We got him into this position. He is definitely winning this match, right? Like, that's what the thought is. And it's like,
they set themselves up for failure every time.
Yeah, like I know we're not the only ones, but we're definitely among the crowd where it's like, no, bro, like Roman's winning this. Like, forget like Crown Jewel is cool and it's cool for Saudi Arabia and everything over there, and that's nice, but that's not WrestleMania, bro.
Listen, man,
like what? Like LA Knight can walk out of WrestleMania with the title, sure, but he's not walking in with it. No, come on, let's be honest.
The difference between the casual fan and the crazy fans that don't actually know or research wrestling, you got to understand how Roman has carried himself A1 in this feud. He has basically given LA Knight his 2 or 3 weeks to shine. Basically, Roman has let him drive this feud, be in the driver's seat. So kudos, hats off to him for people don't even look at that stuff. Like
Nope.
as many feuds as Roman has been in throughout this reign, like you're gonna get fire on the mic. Roman gonna give you he's gonna talk his shit and do Roman things in that feud and then go bust you up on that night. He'll give you hope in the match that you're gonna beat him, but he's gonna go over and break everybody's heart. That's been his ammo of his entire reign. But this was different because obviously Roman came back from his PTO knowing that this guy is hot. And he said, all right, I'm gonna let him carry this over there to Saudi Arabia. We're gonna have a banger. I'm gonna let you have your, let you have all your yas and play to the crowd. Do what the hell you gotta do, but I'm gonna bust your ass when we get to Saudi Arabia. And but he's handled it nothing. He's handled his feud A1 from the gate, letting LA Knight get his shine. And that's what he's supposed to do. He did the same thing for Logan last year. LA Knight's gonna be coming out looking like roses anyway, regardless on his loss. So yeah, Roman going over for sure, my prediction, but just kind of piggyback. I just gave you my 2 cents there. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this match more than anything is the facial expressions when Roman wins the match. Seriously,
this guy's not.
Unfortunately, Saudi crowd, they are really behind. If you ever pay attention to the last few shows, they really are behind Roman a lot in that country.
Should be.
But but there's going to be some that really pushing for LA Knight, and I'm just looking forward to the cameraman's pointing to all the ones after the match is done to see the look on their face and even some of them in tears, because this is the part of the heel work. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I want you to be happy thinking your boy gonna win, but at the end of the day, I want you to cry. Just like Sasha did your girl Izzy, Jackie. You know what I'm saying? Take her headband off and get in her face and saying, woohoo,
my girl.
Got her crying to her mama. That's what heel work is. Like, tonight, I'm going to make you cry. I want you to have nightmares. And I want you to realize, like, every time I walk in the arena, listen, true story. I think I told you this, Brandon, a while back. I went to Extreme Rules back in Columbus, bro. Roman was facing Finn Balor, Demon Finn Balor, in that main event. That's when they clipped the rope and everything, and Roman ended up winning. The funniest part about the whole night, I kid you not, they was on Roman so bad, this kid behind me asked his mom and dad permission if he can cuss because he hated Roman Reigns so bad. So when you can have kids and people hate you so much to the point where I hate you, but hold on, you still paying $200 a ticket to sit ringside just to boo me. Hey, I got you. You know what I'm saying? That's tremendous heel work when you can make everybody hate you and you can send them home crying and whining to the point where they got to call in school and say, hey, I ain't come to school. I'm sick. Knowing you ain't sick. You sick because you just got lost up the
night. Man. Well, that's what it's about, though. Evoking the emotion. Yeah. Go ahead, Jackie. Sure.
Your prediction, Griff?
Yep.
Roman, 120,000%.
Okay. Yeah, I just don't think I've said it already. I don't think that Roman I don't think he walks into WrestleMania without the title. No matter who his opponent may be, obviously he's not going to be at Survivor Series, so we're going to see a healthier dose of him in the new year. But I don't think he loses the title on his last pay-per-view of the year, basically, right? Like, what's left? There's nothing in December, right?
TLC or
they moved TLC.
No, it's not.
Rumble.
It's something else. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're going straight to Rumble.
That's right.
Really?
Ooh. Yeah,
so they got a long stretch.
It's a long time without a pay-per-view.
Which is why the Seth and Roman rematch could happen.
Where though? Just
I'm saying at Royal Rumble.
You're saying like the build-up is
the build. I'm saying the build-up. Yeah, the build-up. Yeah.
Okay. Well, but yeah, Roman goes over, man, and the movement stumbles but does not stop.
Yeah. It's still going. It's still going to roll.
I don't know where it goes, where it veers off to, but I don't think this goes on like past Crown Jewel. This can't go on past Crown Jewel, right?
I hope not.
I don't know. I don't know. As I said, it was too fast. Like, where are we going with it? Because we want him to eventually do the thing that you're saying he can do, but like we want that at like WrestleMania. Like I don't see it happening at Crown Jewel. Like
Nah,
this just isn't the PLE pay-per-view for it. I just don't see it.
if he's gonna lose it, he's gonna lose it in Philly. So yeah, that's the only place
But
he can.
I think it's wise that this will be Roman's last match of the year, because you got to think you have an incredible streak right now. The worst thing you want is an injury or
Yeah.
something that's going to put you in that mode where you can't perform at Rumble or WrestleMania. To be honest with you guys, I won't be surprised if Roman don't. I mean, I can see him showing up and appearing. I think he definitely will be at the Elimination Chamber because of that event. I won't be surprised if he don't even return to. I mean, he might come and do promos, but I won't be surprised he don't have another match till Elimination Chamber or WrestleMania. Maybe skip Rumble too. You know what I'm saying? But the thing with Roman this time is what I like too is kind of different is he's not advertised. He's only advertised at big shows. Like really, he's only advertised for Mania. He's not even on the marquee for Rumble, not even the Elimination Chamber. He's more on, okay, he'll be at the show 3 weeks or 4 weeks out. Then, okay, yeah, he'll be at the show. Just like how they did Crown Jewel.
So at some point, does he have to lose because of that? Like, do we need an active Universal Champion?
Yeah.
No? Okay.
I don't think. No.
It goes back to what we said about Brock.
We are getting into Brock territory.
We definitely.
We are getting into Brock territory. But like, Brock wasn't giving us the storyline like Roman is giving us as when he comes back.
True.
Right? Like when Brock was coming back and it was just like Paul Heyman talking his shit like Brock is the reigning undefeated,
then he go
undisputed.
Beat whoever ass at that PLE is, right? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was it, right? But like we're invested in Roman and we want Roman back because like we want more of what Roman gave us. And so
Great point.
The more he's out, it's like, all right, we're not gonna get any more of that, or like, is it just because of Mania or what? So I don't know. I don't know.
That's good.
But all right, man. Hopefully these predictions work out. If I'm a betting man, I'm putting all odds on us. I'm pretty sure everything we just predicted is gonna happen for sure.
Oh yeah.
But I look forward to watching Crown Jewel and going back and forth with y'all and discussing it as it happens. But look forward to this one, man. So, gentlemen, let's go ahead and shut this one down. Coach, go ahead and let the people know who you are.
All right. What's up, Coach Monte24. Find me on IG. The theme of the month is, the saying of the month is being social on social media. So, getting on there. But as we do as we tell you, continue to, tap into us. We appreciate the love and the support, but that's where I am. All right. Let's keep rolling.
My guy had a couple posts this week. Y'all see this? My guy was posting. I was
like,
check this guy out. Look at him. Look at him. Griff, let the people know where they can find you, man.
Yeah, man. You can find me on Instagram, GriffNation84. Don't hesitate to follow. My door is open for any and everybody. Got great content, great photos there. Come follow. Come enjoy the entertainment of Griff Nation. And also X, formerly known as Twitter, as CGriff84.
And I am Jackie Miles. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at JackieMiles42. Always open to the conversation about anything, pretty much. So give us a like, give us a share, give us a follow, all the things. And we hope that you enjoy our conversation and we enjoy giving you this content. And so, as always, ECW is signing off. But, Coach,
we never tapping out. It's for damn sure.
See y'all next time. Peace.
All right, peace.